Hello, this is Daniel Mart, and today I'm going to be reviewing issue 1 of Sandman Overture. This is the first issue of the six-part limited series. Um, so yeah, I've already done a review for issue 2, and the reason for that is because for whatever reason I bought issue 2 before issue 1. Um, so I'm gonna leave a link to the issue 2 review over here. Once I get to that. So yeah, again, this is a six-part limited series Overture. This is written and drawn by Neil Gaiman and J.H. Williams III. And this is the special edition cover. So yeah. For those who haven't picked up this issue for whatever reason, I recommend you get it and then come back and watch this review. Because to begin with, this issue came out like in November of last year, so I guess it's fairly new. So yeah. But still, I recommend you guys get it and then come back and watch this review. So yeah. Basically, also before I begin, 10-second spoiler warnings for those who haven't read this issue for whatever reason. Go get it and then come back and watch this review. So yeah, 10 seconds as usual, starting now. Okay, sorry about that. 10 seconds are up. So for those who haven't gotten this issue for whatever reason, please don't comment down below or be messaging me. That never gave you a fair warning, because I did. So yeah. Issue 1 of the Sandman Overture series basically gives us an insight as to how Sandman, or Dream, or is it Death or Dream, whatever, Sandman, basically it's kind of an origin story for Sandman to an extent. How he came to this different dimension. I don't think they actually said the different dimension, but how he came to be in this different dimension, which I talk more about in the issue 2 review. So yeah, and it's kind of like kind of an origin story, something somewhere around those lines. And it's also kind of an origin story for, like, I think it was the previous Sandman, the most recent Sandman story arc or issue or line or whatever before this. It's kind of like also before, like a preview or prequel to this. So yeah, this issue was. I prefer issue 2 in my opinion. This issue had issues in my opinion. This issue had issues like there is no tomorrow. I definitely prefer the second one. I'm gonna go off with that. The artwork is actually well done in my opinion. It does have the mystical kind of aspect, kind of hippie aspect, which they are supposed to have with this type of comic. So the artwork there is pretty decent for the most part. The major issue I have with this, with the issue, the major problem I have with the issue is that the writing is just all over the place, in my opinion. They're trying to combine comedy with a bit of dark humor with seriousness and grittiness, and they're trying to bring a little bit of light into it, light humor or something like that. It just doesn't look good. The writing is all over the place, in my opinion, and really that's the biggest problem I have with this issue. That's my biggest gripe with this issue. The writing is just all over the place, and the plot isn't that good either. The plot for the second issue, is way more grounded. It is a bit more better. It is better and does make more sense. This one for the plot is just, again, all over the place. It doesn't make sense at times. It's convoluted. So yeah, good thing this is a 6-part miniseries. Cause yeah, really the only redeeming thing I give this is the artwork. The artwork is actually pretty decent. It actually is pretty good, which I did touch upon earlier. It does have that hippie aspect. That kind of mystical aspect that it is supposed to have. But besides that, the writing is all over the place. I'm not saying it is bad, because there are a few lines over here and there that are actually pretty brilliant and well done. But for the most part, the writing is all over the place. The plot again is also all over the place, and they really didn't do a good job as into introducing Sandman into this 6-part miniseries. It just didn't look good in my opinion. So yeah, I way prefer the second one. Again, annotations over here somewhere. I don't know, somewhere there. So yeah, I mean, that's really all I have to say for this issue. On a rate from 1 to 10, 1 being the worst, 10 being the best, and 6 being decent. I actually feel horrible for giving this score, but I'd have to give this a 5 out of 10. A little bit less decent. After reading the second issue, I honestly thought this one would be almost better, or or just as good as the second issue. But I was wrong. I was dead wrong. So yeah, that's basically it for this issue. This issue review. So yeah. Subscribe if you're not already subscribed. I do comic book reviews, TV show reviews, movie reviews. So definitely stay tuned for that. Comment down below on your thoughts on the Sandman Overture. Number 1, have you read it? What are your thoughts on it? And have you read number 2? What are your thoughts on it? And are you gonna keep collecting the other 4 remaining issues? Because I know they released the issues sporadically. Because I mean, issue 1 and 2 had a gap of 5 months, and I know the third one's coming out like in 3 or 4 months. So they release it almost every 4 or 5 months. So yeah, I am gonna be getting the other 4 issues to see how good it becomes or bad. But yeah, this issue just didn't do it for me. I really think it could have been better. So yeah. Again, subscribe if you're not already subscribed. Comment down below on your thoughts on the Sandman Overture number 1. Like this video and share on Facebook, Twitter, MySpace, or whatever you guys prefer. And that's basically it for this video. This is Daniel Mart signing off.